Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are here for Fairy Tale Final Season, episode 290. 290. I am very excited for this episode because what I am hoping for is some more clarification on what is going on with Mavis and what their adventure leads to, because I'm assuming we're going to get more somehow, but I'm not sure how, because we found out in the previous episode, and I guess, well, the one before last episode, but also the beginning of the last one when they recapped it a little bit, that Mavis went to search. We know that Mavis and Zareth were together searching for the primordial magic. They said that, and um, the she died at the end of the last episode before they went on that search. They had just, like, reunited after Mavis lived for, I believe it was a year with her immortality. She was all, like, dirty and run down and miserable and everything. And then just the biggest contradiction of all took her life. So I had some speculations on that, but before I go into a little bit more, I want to thank Averin. I'm not sure if I said that name right. I apologize. He or she uh, became my first patron recently, and I just want to give a big shout out and a big thank you. I very much appreciate it. And I'm glad you're liking my content and all that. But yeah, to talk more about the episode, I had some theories at the last video that it's possible that she's still alive because all it said was like the greatest contradiction took my immortal body. So maybe she's still alive and she's just not immortal anymore. But I don't know. Or maybe Zareth is gonna do some like crazy stuff to bring her back to life. So yeah, I have no idea, but I'm really, really, really looking forward to this episode. And I know I didn't talk about everything that happened and all that, but I just want to get into it because I am pumped. So yeah, let's do it. Alrighty, and we are gonna start the episode for full lengthers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, Zareth. He has her body? Was she alive? I don't know. Oh, it brought it back to Fairy Tale? I'm gonna turn it up real quick. There we go. Yep, a year. Okay. So either she's still alive or he doesn't realize she's dead. Because he's not freaking out at all. Oh my, that is like very disrespectful. Screw you, Seraph. Seraph. Jeez. So cold. That's like a big no to me is disrespecting the dead. Like, no, no, no. But that's messed up. So how do they go on their journey? I'm so confused. it'd be it'd be like, I don't want to think about it, but if she just like he dropped her, she hit the ground like that and was like, "Ow, that wasn't very nice." It was just alive. But no, I don't know. I wonder if maybe they put her in the crystal and that is what allows her to like project herself maybe even though she's like dead and she goes on journeys with him as a projection. But only people with the fairy tale logo could see her at that point, and we even saw that Zareth couldn't see her in one of the scenes last season, so I don't know. All right. He is just he's just not getting that she's dead. It seems weird, right? But he said she's asleep forever. Could that be true? Oh, jeez. Very hard. Can you still hear him from that far away? Or is he just watching him leave? Oh, jeez. He's gonna go back to his country. Hmm. I do, like, I was just mad at Zareth, but I do feel bad for him, but some of the actions he takes is, no bueno. Jeez, he is in just, like, full-blown denial, maybe. No? Her heart's still going? Okay. So maybe he was right about she's just asleep. So am I right? Are they just gonna put her in a crystal and, a revival lacrima? What? That's a thing? Interesting. Alright. Jeez. Hmm. Impressive that he figured it out. See, I didn't think that Rita's death was because of that. But should I take it as that because he said that? Oh, jeez. Yeah. That is a cool outfit. Like a cool shot of him. Is this what, like, brought him towards the dark side, possibly? Aw. Okay, so it seems like they are saying that she's the one that killed her. Huh. Hmm. Interesting. The everlasting magic. What does that mean? Jeez. Wow. So an infinite number. Like it's it's not just a lot, it's infinite. That's nuts. There's there's so much I want to talk about that, but I'm gonna wait till discussion so that way I don't have to do weird stuff with the editing. Hmm. Damn it, Happy. Okay, so that explains how it would have saved that. Even if the what if the faces took away all magic? Would that power still be there? Hmm. Yeah, got you. Him and his new term of I'll arrest you for that, or I couldn't arrest you for that. Nice. And their eyes kind of took on some form again. Oh, such a good song. Yeah. I can't even imagine fighting Gray. Oh, she didn't say it. Crap. I keep adjusting my glasses. Sorry, I don't know why. That's what it means, guys. Natsu. I've been wondering about that. I haven't talked about it in my videos, which I wish I have, but yeah, I've been super curious about that. Okay, so he is still alive. She just shrunk him. Oh, he's still shrunk. Never mind. I see. Jesus. A lot of these characters have really cool designs. I like it. Uh, God damn it. Them and their damn A plus F minus crap. I wonder if it really is like a secret weapon or something, or if he's just messing around. But if he's being serious, that means he's confident enough of the weapon to kill Zeref with. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Damn. 100% sure. I feel like that means it won't work, but... I mean, he was designed by Zeref to kill him, but I still feel like he's not awoken fully as E.N.D. yet, but... Nice. That was pretty funny. Yep. Ooh, only met half of them. Shit. Hmm. So they're still missing 5. This guy's so proper. Hmm. Is he gonna Panda Gray? Yep. Of course. They're gonna mention Agio. I wonder if that will pan. I don't know if he's good enough, but I forget his name. He's a sand. Is it gonna pan to the sand guy from Fairy Tale? What's his name? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Okay, no, Natsu. I was gonna say I didn't think that sand guy from Fairy Tale would be like able to fight him, but the Nation Destroyer, damn. They like doing this though. They pan to someone's face and they kind of tell you how the teams are going to be matched up beforehand. So I'm guessing in the upcoming fight that comes next, we're gonna see Natsu versus Agil, Urza versus Brandish, and Gray versus the chief advisor. I can't remember his name. Sorry, I know we just heard it. The Warrior Queen. Although I don't know what that means then, because it didn't pan to anybody for that. So I guess they didn't fully do it this time. Wait, that's God Serena, the person that came from Ishgar. What a weirdo. What is he? It reminds me of some, like, Ace Attorney moves, I don't know. Okay, I thought August might have been God Serena and just changed his name, but I guess not. There's August. Hmm. Damn. So all the others are ridiculously strong, and he's on another level? What? That is OP. What is that? So he wields a lot of different types of magic. But does that mean all magic? Like, can he do the Arc of Time, like all the lost magics? Can he do Dragon Slayer magic of all the different types of Dragon Slayers? Bloodman. Hmm. Oh, jeez. Hmm. Temporarily exterminated. I'm pretty sure he just doesn't want to tell his people that all he, because I'm pretty sure he wants to obliterate all of humanity, right? All right, so both sides are coming up with their plans. Hmm. It's like an insult to God Serena right there, but he didn't care. It seemed like. Jeez. Oh, there's gonna be some insane fights coming up. I feel like. Oh, we're panning back to Acnologia. No, jeez. Is he turning back into dragon? Seems that way. Damn. Hmm. It's a cool shot too. Oh, okay. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I have. Well, I guess it answered a lot, but I still have a lot of questions, I feel like. And maybe I'm just misunderstanding some stuff. But yeah, I'll talk about it in discussion more. But yeah, that was a good episode. But yeah, it's funny how every time with Fairy Tale especially, I feel like every time something gets answered, it just creates more questions for me. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Alright, so we are just about done here. Alrighty, guys, so that is the end of episode 290. Okay, so I mentioned during the outro, which only full-length people hear, but I feel like that opened up a lot more questions for me. So my first big question is, what happened to the search for primordial magic that Mavis mentioned? Because all that happened was, I mean, I don't mean to belittle everything that happened because it was a lot and it was a big reveal, but Mavis ran into Zareth. They went and talked on a hill. Zareth noticed that she had the curse of Ankylosim, or however you say it. And Mavis got upset, ran away, and headed back to the guild, and apparently caused Rita's death, but Rita seemed like she didn't put out a death aura that killed everybody, but apparently she managed to kill that one person. I feel like that doesn't exactly fit how Zera's power has worked all this time. You see, like, the pulse come out and spread, and the only thing I can think of is she touched him, or her, so maybe touching is also a thing, because that's something we haven't seen in the past. Is I don't think we've ever seen Zareth get touched by someone that wasn't Mavis, who also had the curse when she ran up and hugged him. I think it was the first time we've ever seen him get touched, maybe, as far as I can remember. So maybe, like, on contact it is something different, because I believe he didn't want people touching him when they first met back on Fairy Tale Zero, in that flashback to Mavis's life. But apparently she caused Rita's death. The show pretty much confirmed it. I thought it was a suspicion by Prek, but she even said in her little, like, monologue to the audience that she did kill Rita. Like, so I'm pretty sure that is not just, like, a misconception. But my assumption was that she just died because she was weak from childbirth. Like, I'm pretty sure it happens even now, and I don't know how their medical situation compares to ours in that regard. I don't know if it was more common for them, but in that world, but to move on to what I was mainly talking about is, after Rita's death, Mavis just bolted, left for a year, found Zareth, and died. But they mentioned going on a search together for the primordial magic, so did Mavis lie again, and they just didn't do that? Is that something she hasn't told us about yet? Because I was really looking forward to, like, the hunt for the primordial magic and everything in that kind of story, because it's something we've heard about for so long. Unless, like, she became the primordial magic, but that doesn't make sense, because I thought the primordial magic was, like, the beginning of magic, and she's definitely not the beginning, she's just a point in time of magic, I guess. But yeah, so I was also a little confused. The reason why my reaction wasn't massive when it came to the whole Limitless magic power is because a lot of shows throw out Limitless as like Limitless and Unlimited doesn't always mean Limitless and Unlimited in anime, because Unlimited, like, infinity is incomprehensible power, basically, is what she, like, possesses. And it didn't seem like, or I guess I had it in the back of my mind that maybe this would be like the other anime that throw out infinity casually, and she didn't really mean it. What she really meant was she's been storing up power since she got put in the crystal, and there's just a crap ton to use, you know? And she was just using infinity as like an exaggerated term. But she stressed so much into it, I started realizing that she probably really does mean infinity, because she said she could do like infinite Ethereon blasts. But I was thinking like maybe she could just do like 100 Ethereon blasts or something, because she has so much stored up, but then that would run out. But if they ever release that power, it's basically like a golden snitch. It's like insta win, kind of. But how does it transmit that power, I wonder? Like, if you release Mavis, a lot of her power has been limited to people with the Fairy Tail emblem, so would it be only Fairy Tail members, kind of like on the Tenro Island arc, with the tree giving them power? Would Mavis only be giving, like, can she consciously control who she's giving power to? Or if they release it, would everybody in the vicinity just have unlimited magic power, which would make the bad guys stronger too? But if she can control just who gets this unlimited magic power, then that's gonna be insane. Like, theoretically, couldn't that mean that Lucy could summon every single gate at once? Um, because the only thing that stops her is her magic power from doing that. Or is there like a limit to the amount the body can take in? Like, like if you think of it as, I guess I don't know what to compare it to. Almost like eating and giving yourself energy. You need to eat and then let it like digest and everything. Before you really start to like feel that energy. Is it something like that where they can only take in like, you know, maybe 10% of their magic power, like capped limit per second or something? Or if they release that and gives them unlimited magic power, could Natsu literally just do like a never ending fire dragon roar where he's just constantly spitting out fire for like 10 hours straight and just burning the shit out of everybody while they sit there and use their magic to defend it and slowly run out of power themselves and then lose? I don't know. I'm not saying that's how the fight's gonna go. It was just an example, but I wonder if they're gonna try to fight without releasing her, because that's what they've done all this time. They still want to try to keep it a secret, maybe. But I guess if there was ever a time to release it, it's gonna be when they're fighting Zeref and Acnologia, which it seems like all of this is gonna converge and be some crazy stuff going on. Uh, But yeah, then there was the matchups, which Fairy Tail has done in the past, but they didn't do it too much, so I'm not sure if they've done it where the earlier episodes, when they talk about their plan, they'll say like the enemy and then flash to the Fairy Tail member that fights them, but I don't think it's gonna happen in this case like exactly like that. Because we had the chief administrator, like I mentioned in the episode, and then it panned to Gray, because they both have ice powers. And I'm not sure if that's gonna be the actual like matchup. And then it mentioned Agio, who is gonna be going, or is then panned to Natsu's face, but Natsu's also supposed to take on Zeref. And then it like kind of allocated like two people to Urza, sorta, and then the rest of them it just didn't give like a panned shot. So I'm guessing that's not what they're gonna do in this case, but I just wanted to elaborate on what I was talking about in the episode. And now I'm thinking it's not so much gonna happen like that way. But yeah. Jeez. Unlimited magic power. That's ridiculous. Huh. Oh, man. So they're basically Zeref's gonna be coming at him with everything. I wonder what Zeref wants the unlimited magic power for then. Like, he's in the kind of mode where he just wants to destroy everything, I guess. Because he's always been, like, he's been very contradictory about that, you know? Like, and that's, like, his problem is he seems to want to kill everybody, but at the same time, he, like, likes Natsu, but then doesn't like Natsu, and stuff like that. So, is that just his plan now, is to acquire this everlasting magic power and uh kill everybody in the world with it, like using it? But if he's already so strong, couldn't he already like kill everybody in the world? Like, all he needs is his army to take out the strongest people. Like, theoretically, like, since he's confident in his army, they kill all of Fairy Tail and all of the other like top guilds, and then they can just pluck everybody off. So why does he need Mavis's power? I was trying to think of if there's a way that he could actually die because of it. And I'm also wondering, what's under Natsu's arm? What could it be? I feel like it'd be something that we've seen before, which is why he's covering it, maybe? But I can't think of what it could be unless it's like a form of Demon Slayer magic. And he has like a tattoo, kind of like Gray had, on his wrist at first when his dad first transferred the power. But if that's the case, then why... like, I guess how would that work? Because Zeref isn't a demon, as far as I'm aware. He's not considered a demon, so I don't think it's that. That was just one of the possibilities that came to mind. I'm wondering if Natsu has a different form when he becomes E.N.D, the Aetherius Natsu Dragneel or whatever it is. And maybe he's starting to tap into that power that he truly possesses, like, deep inside. And that power is, like, now visible in one of his arms because he started to, like, take on the form of E.N.D. Maybe it's something like that. Or maybe he's become more of a dragon, like he has, you know, like crazy dragon scales on his arm, and it allows for like one big hit, but it's something that can only be used once, which is interesting. And then the only other thing I can think of is fairy glitter, but I feel like that doesn't feel like Natsu to use an ability like that. It was that ability that was given to Kana during the Grand Magic Games, and also during the Tenra Island arc. And I still don't think, at least, I mean, I think the power level of Fairy Glitter was based off the caster, which is why it didn't seem like it was very strong when Kana used it in the Grand Magic Games. It, like, destroyed the little magic testing device she used it on. But if Natsu used it, how strong would it be? Would that even be enough to kill Zeref? But, I don't know. I don't know what it could be. I was trying to think of stuff we've seen, because usually in shows when you cover up something like that, it's because it's something you've seen in the past. But other than that, stuff that, like, goes on your arm, I can't really think of, like, what else it could be. And it doesn't, like, it can't be, like, massive. Like, it can't just be like, oh, he found a big piece of technology and slapped it on his arm, like he has a robotic arm now or something, because you can see, like, the shape of his arm underneath it, because it's just, like, cloth underneath it, and it's definitely, like, his arm, so whatever it is, I don't know why he needs it covered in cloth to hide it and all that, so interesting. I also wonder if Mavis knows what it is, which makes me partially wonder if it is fairy glitter, because Mavis seemed to trust Natsu very quickly, but I also think part of the reason why she trusted Natsu quickly was because she knows that she doesn't have any room to complain and question them, because she's so like she realizes all of this is her fault, and she doesn't want to like talk back and be like, oh, well, I don't think you're strong enough, and like insult them like that when she's already so like defeated and upset and stuff. So it's possible she has no idea what he has planned, but she's gonna build her plan around the fact that she just believes in him because friendship and love. Um, but yeah, so about Fairy Heart and the way it began, I kind of want to read again. I don't think I missed any lines, but I just want to like understand it a little bit more. Um, but they said her magic power was very low before she got put in the lacrima, so I don't know like what changed. It says the situation took an unexpected turn. Okay, so yeah, this is where he figured out that she was yeah, her life was preserved in a semi-permanent state. Okay, because she couldn't age or die. Hold on. I did read that before, but it doesn't really like. These elements combine to create an inexplicable form of magic. Right? Is that what that just said? Sorry. I'm just trying to get this like word for word. I thought I hit pause on it, but I apparently missed. Yeah. So apparently being whatever happened to her that caused her to go into this like sleeping state, and then Precht putting her in the lacrima, and then all these years later, because Precht was young when he did that, and then now he's old in the scene that they're talking about, and then the fact that she can't age or die, apparently somehow all of this created limitless magic power. I really like the idea. It's a cool reveal, but at the same time, it didn't explain itself like fully. Like if I'm gonna be a critic of this, and don't get me wrong, I loved every minute of it, so I'm not like upset. But it definitely does seem like it's just like alright, let's just like say that all this random stuff put together is what caused it. Like almost like the filler episode of Juvia and her love potion, where the guy just mixed a bunch of potions together and it just made something random happen. It's almost like that, just a bunch of random factors came together and created limitless magic power. Which is interesting. I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, interesting. So, I wonder why God Serena is so against like why God Serena left and changed sides. Does he just think that Zeref's the winning side and he just wants to live? I couldn't really understand his personality. It was just kind of like goofy. I don't even. Did he even say a word the whole episode? But yeah, I don't know. Interesting stuff though. So I wonder if this fighting is gonna take place right away, or if this fighting is gonna be some like by right away I mean next episode. Are they gonna be moving in, or are they gonna be forming more strategy for like another episode or two and getting like prepared for everything, or is next episode gonna be like their invasion and the fight is gonna start? Um, hmm, jeez. I'm really excited to see how all of this turns out, though. Like, are they gonna end up using Fairy Heart? What's gonna happen when they do use Fairy Heart? Like, if they release her from the crystal or the lacrima, can she just be put back in? Or is she gonna be like gone for good if they release this? Like, is this just a one-time deal? They release it, they have. But the thing is, unlimited magic power, is that just forever? Do they just become gods? In a sense? Because infinite magic power is forever. Can she die, like, and it stop? Or is it just infinite? I don't know. It's like crazy to think about because maybe they just won't use it because it's like they wanted to give us an answer to what it is and how powerful it is and why everyone wants it, but they don't want to try to come up with like a logical reason for how it functions, so they just never actually activate it. I don't know. Maybe they will. Who knows? Um, but yeah. Either way, I'm really enjoying the whole like reveal. Like these past two episodes were pretty crazy. I felt a lot more emotion in the last episode. It was really sad. Seeing Mavis so defeated and everything was crazy. And then, just his biggest contradiction. And I still don't understand why she got cursed so bad in the first place. They never really went into more detail about that. Like, I talked about it in the discussion for that video, but why because she used fairy law before she was ready, and that's what affected her body for like the aging supposedly, but maybe it was like the curse the whole time. Maybe it had nothing to do like with like the body stop aging, but Zara said it was because you judged who lived or died, but people do that all the time using magic, so why her? I don't know. And even other members of the Fairy Tale Guild have used fairy law throughout the ages, and none of them are cursed by this, as far as we know, so I don't know. Interesting stuff. I wonder if there's, because they always call it this like curse of Anklasheim, or however you say it, and he's supposedly like the god of death. Do you think they could ever confront the god of death? Like, is the god of death in their world just a non-corporeal being that they put this blame on because they don't know what else to blame it on? Like this weird power? Or is there actually a tangible god of death that they could fight? Could they want to fight the god of death and defeat him to stop these curses and let Zareth be killed and let Mavis rest in peace and have, this guy who's been living forever and kind of been like a stain on the world, in a sense, finally gone, and also this big secret that could tear up the world be gone and like possibly like open up the possibility for true peace or something like that? Or is that completely off the table? This god is just something that you throw out there because you don't know how to explain it in any other way. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I feel like it'd be too late in the show to reveal an actual god, but they have been talking about it, so maybe it wouldn't be so strange. They introduced one of the battle gods that Natsu beat in one punch, so I don't know if that's like their way of easing you into the idea of gods, and then they're going to release the big bad one later on. We did have the scene in the very first episode of the final season, where we had the future team together, it seemed like, and they said, like, I forget exactly what they said, but they said, like, this will be our final battle, or something like that. That could mean that they defeated, like, Zareth's army, but they couldn't end up killing Zareth, and now they're going after this god of death to try to end the curse, maybe? But it also could just mean maybe they took out Zareth's lackeys, and now they're going to be going up against Zareth and Acnologia, or something like that. It could mean that. It could mean something different. Maybe I'm misinterpreting or misremembering that scene is probably the better way to say it altogether. But yeah, I don't know. The show's gonna get crazy though with some of these fights, and I'm really looking forward to it. I want to know what's under um the arm wraps from Natsu. I still want to know what the primordial magic is. I'm a little sad that they didn't go into it. I expected to see it this episode, but apparently they just told us about it and then didn't tell us about it. Like, they told us they were going to tell us about it and they didn't tell us about it, but maybe I misunderstood something. If I did, feel free to let me know in the comments, but don't spoil any future events. Um, please, but if I misinterpreted something from the previous episodes, let me know, because sometimes I don't read fast enough, and I'll have just read like primordial magic, and maybe I missed a word that meant like they didn't actually go on this journey or something. I don't know. But I make mistakes, so yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I really have to say about this episode and theories and everything. I'm really looking forward to seeing more. I will be watching the next episode tomorrow because I'll be doing, in a week from when this episode releases, I will be releasing early access, which means you can head over to Patreon, and I think it's gonna be the $10 tier is going to be changed to early access and everything before it, so you'll get the full length, you get the early access, you'll get the poll access, which I don't do any polls yet, but eventually, when, if I ever get enough patrons to the point where I could do polls and have, a decent amount of votes, like maybe like 25 or 50 patrons, I'll start putting up the polls. And that way I could have 25 to 50 votes in there and not just like a couple or something. I'll start doing those polls for people to decide what I watch next to replace slots. But also, that also gives me time because I'm not replacing a lot of slots right now. I have the My Hero Academia rewatch series slot, which is going to become a reaction series once I catch up to where I left off on there. And so that Wednesday slot is eventually going to be another reaction slot, because I think I'm done with the rewatch series after this one, because this one didn't pan out as well as I had hoped. Not too much attention was given to it, so I think in the future, I'll just jump to seasons that I've already seen, and I'll rewatch the seasons I've already seen in my own time, and then start watching the actual show, from where I left off, and just screw the earlier seasons, I guess. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so I look forward to seeing what happens, basically. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed my content, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. And if you want to support the channel in any way, check out my Patreon, where you can get full length, where all this stuff, you can get uncut episodes and everything. And like I mentioned before, coming up, there will be early access available as well if you want to see an episode ahead. And as I find time, I might watch even farther than an episode ahead, but it'll be guaranteed that there will be an episode ahead on my Patreon. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.